This tablet looks like a normal Android tablet, but it's trying to fix one real problem: eye strain. Most screens still don't handle that well. The TCL NxtPaper 11 Gen 2 isn't about speed or flashy numbers. It's built for comfort, reading, and daily use. Let's see where it makes sense and where it doesn't. Alright, let's start with how it feels in the hand. The design feels nice right away. It's thin, just over 7mm, and weighs around 500 grams. For an almost 11-inch tablet, it feels balanced. The aluminum body helps a lot. It doesn't feel cheap or hollow. You also get basic water and dust protection with an IP54 rating, which is rare at this price. It's not meant for rough use, but small splashes won't be a problem. Stylus support is here too. The pen costs extra, but it's useful for notes and reading. Now, this is where things get interesting. The screen is the main reason to buy this tablet. It's a 10.95-inch NxtPaper display with a matte finish. No shiny glass. The resolution is sharp enough for reading, browsing, and videos. Brightness goes up to 500 nits, so indoor use is not an issue. Colors look softer than normal tablets, and that's done on purpose. There's less glare and less blue light. Long reading sessions feel easier on the eyes. If you read PDFs, articles, comics, or study material, this screen feels calmer than most tablets in this range. Now, let's talk about speed, because this part matters. Performance is simple, and that's okay. The Helio G80 chip with 6 or 8 gigs of RAM handles daily tasks without trouble. Apps open normally. Scrolling feels smooth. Videos play fine. This is not a gaming tablet. Light games run okay. Heavy games struggle, even on low settings. For students, online classes, notes, YouTube, and casual apps, it does what it needs to do. Before moving on, storage is worth mentioning. You get 64 or 128 gigs, plus a micro SD card slot. That's a big plus. You don't have to decide everything on day one. You can add more space later. Now, quick talk about the cameras. They're basic. The 8-megapixel rear camera works for documents and quick shots. Nothing more than that. Video is limited to 1080p and looks average. The front 5-megapixel camera is fine for video calls. Don't expect sharp detail, especially in low light. Cameras clearly weren't the focus here, and that's fair. Let's move to sound and connections. The stereo speakers are better than expected. They get loud enough for movies and classes. Voices sound clear. Bass is limited, but that's normal for a thin tablet. There's no headphone jack, so you'll need USB-C or wireless headphones. Wi-Fi and Bluetooth are stable. Streaming works without issues. There's no SIM support, so Wi-Fi is your only option. Now, battery life. This part actually matters for daily use. The 8,000 mAh battery easily lasts a full day. Reading, browsing, and videos don't drain it fast. Charging is capped at 18 watts, so it's slow, but overnight charging fixes that. It's reliable for long study sessions or travel days. So let's talk about price and value. At around $250, it starts to make sense. You're not paying for power you won't use. You're paying for a comfortable screen, solid build, and steady daily performance. One line explains it best. This tablet isn't made to impress you in 5 minutes. It's made for long hours. So who is this actually for? If you're a student, a reader, or someone who spends a lot of time looking at a screen and wants less eye strain, this tablet fits well. If you want heavy gaming, strong cameras, or laptop-level speed, this isn't the right pick. But for reading, learning, media, and everyday use, it does exactly what it's meant to do. If you want more honest tech reviews that focus on real use instead of marketing talk, make sure to subscribe.